Welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
What are we doing today?
It's time for us to do our monthly goal review.
All right, let's get to it.
All right, so this is the goal review for the month of September.
Yes.
Yes, it's October 1st, 2nd, 3rd, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the recording of this is October 2nd, 2022.
Okay. So now you know what month we're reviewing. We will also let you know if there's any changes or updates to the way that we're going to be doing any of our goals in October. So, Joel always starts.
Yep.
Take it away.
So I have three main goals for the year. One is reading my Bible every day and reading chronologically, and so I'm on track for that.
By the way, we're looking down because we have notes on our goals here. So if we look down, we're just making sure we're on track. Okay, go.
My race goals for the year, if you remember, was to run the Chicago Marathon, to sign up for register for the Adobe Challenge, which will take place in January 2023, and also to run a qualifying time for the Boston Marathon, and a subsequent goal to that would have been to actually get into the Boston Marathon, because if you run a qualifying time, you're not necessarily guaranteed entry. You have to be faster than everybody else. So, I had all of those goals going on this year, and so I've done all of those. We're running Chicago on next Sunday. By the time you see this, will be last Sunday, so I'll already be done. And boy, no, it's going up this Friday.
It's going up this Friday. It'll
be Friday the 7th.
Will be when we're leaving for the trip.
We'll be leaving for Chicago, and I'll be running it on Sunday. So
be watching for videos to come about that.
Absolutely. And then I did register for the Adobe Challenge, which I'll be running in January at Walt Disney World. And then with the Adobe Challenge is the 5K, the 10K, the half marathon, and the full marathon on consecutive days, so Thursday through Sunday. And then to run a qualifying time for Boston, which I did back in January. January Celebration Marathon. I ran a qualifying time of 3 hours and 31 minutes and 1 second. And then I found out this week that I did actually get into the Boston Marathon, so they did accept my qualifying time. So I will be running that race on April 17th of 2023.
Right.
And I have a video on that. You can check that out here.
Yes.
Okay. And then I do have a book reading goal, one book a month, where I alternate between personal growth and trash reading. And trash reading is just books for fun. So I did read one book in September, which is called Blood Money by Scott Pratt. And then my goal book for October is going to be a biography of Alexander Hamilton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
He's inspired by the musical Hamilton.
He's a hysterical figure.
Okay. All right. Now to my goals. I do a focused devotional every day. And that has been my goal for this year, is to make sure that I'm just staying up with those focused devotionals. And the one that I do several throughout the month, but I always pinpoint one every month that I completed. And so the one that I'm going to pinpoint is called Singing in the Dark. It's Finding Hope in the Songs of Scripture. It was really cool. And I highly recommend doing that Bible study. And I use the YouVersion app to find these Bible studies. Okay. All right. My September book, I actually read two books. They were both by Scott Pratt. And one was called An Innocent Client, and the second one was called In Good Faith. My October book is we're going for personal growth. That's why he's reading a biography. Mine is I've read like 3 pages of this book already, and I'm not sure that it's really I'm going to highly relate to this, because I don't see myself as an influencer, but I wanted to get some social media tips. So I'm waiting hopefully this book will have some tips that I can use. But anyway, it's called Influencer: Building Your Personal Brand in the Age of Social Media. So right out of the gate, it's talking about like influencers that do like makeup and stuff, and that obviously I don't have anything to do with that. So hopefully it'll verge a little bit and I'll get some useful tips out of this. But that's the book that I'll be doing, and I also may go ahead and read another fiction book, because when we are on the plane to Chicago and back next, well, when you're seeing this, it'll be that Friday when we're on the plane.
Yep.
But anyway, I like to read something that's really keeps my attention. So I may be already reading a fiction book too at that time, but we'll see. My walk goal for the month was to take 365,000 steps. And on the month that we're not doing a steps challenge with Derek's Journey, I usually just make sure that I get the exact amount that I need and then pull back, so that when the next month we do a steps challenge, I'm ready to go on the first day. So I got exactly 365,318 steps, so just 318 more than I needed, but I got the goal. That's what I was looking for. And every month, if I hit my goal, I add 5,000 more. So this month, we're doing an October Steps Challenge with Derek's Journey, and we're captains of the Chain Breakers team. My steps goal, personal steps goal, is going to be 370,000 steps. So hopefully we'll get that. I feel like we'll be walking a lot in Chicago, so that might help. So that would be about walking just almost 12,000 steps a day to get that goal by the end of the month. And I did have a goal. I had originally had the goal of doing one virtual 5K every month. But what I found was when I started increasing the amount of steps that I was going every day, and I decided that I needed to get those steps really early in the day, that if I did that, I was actually walking a 5K every morning. So I've been well over getting at least 5Ks every week. And even now, I'm gonna preface this to say that a while back, I walked a lot. I even did some run walking. So obviously my time used to be a lot better than it is now, because I'm not doing any run walking. But I have been keeping up with my 5K or pace, the time that it took me to walk a 5K since the beginning of January. And I did have a PR. I took about 30 seconds off of my time for a 5K distance. Cool. So I'm happy I took 30 seconds off. So there's that. And now we're going to move on to our budget goals.
Yeah, for September we had our no spend goal was 18 days, and we actually did 19. So for October we're going for 19 with an asterisk, knowing that we're going to be out of town for 6 days, and we've already blown the first 2 days of the month. So first 8 days down. Yeah.
We've already lost 18 days with me.
We've already lost 8 days.
We only got 23 to work with
now. To get 19. So there's a good chance that's not going to happen, because I am planning to go to the parks a couple days this month too. Yeah. So our grocery budget is $600 a month, and that's for 3 adults. And this month we spent $305.04 for the month on groceries. And then we did one big haul that we did to fill in our hurricane things. So
there were things that before Hurricane Ian came in that kind of like we felt like we needed to go get a few things, and some were things that you just can't buy in advance, and then some things were like we bought an ice chest, things like that. And since we had almost $300 left in our grocery budget, we just used our grocery budget to buy that stuff. And
so the amount that we have left over that's going towards household essentials now is $175.11. So.
Yeah, this is new. If you watch our grocery hauls, you're like, You don't normally tell us that. We just thought about it. We just decided that we should share that like a closing thing to say, this is how much we really moved our household essentials sinking fund. And if you're new to us, we use our household essentials sinking fund for anything from toiletries to household goods, maybe small appliances that we might want to buy, or even big appliances, because our dream is like to get a deep freezer, things like that in the future. So that's how much we moved over to our household essentials sinking fund was about it was $175.11.
Okay. So our sinking funds, we have for gifts for a new car, and then for our emergency fund. Our gifts, we've set up $800 for that, and we have $800 in there, but we did take out some for our daughter-in-law's birthday back in September, so it's gonna be a little less than $800 now, and then we'll probably add some back to that before December gets here, but that's for Christmas gifts. We'll probably go ahead and start buying those probably October or 1st of November. Our car sinking fund is not only for buying a new car, but it's also for car repairs. And so we had some repairs we had to do. Our car is 14 years old. And so when that happens, things just kind of start falling off. And so the sun visor on the driver's side just would not, it wouldn't stay. And so it just kept falling in front of my face. And so I just went on Amazon and bought a new one.
Yeah, it was broken, and that's why it wouldn't stay up there.
And so I bought a new one and replaced that, and bought some stuff to start changing our own oil. And then we did change all the spark plugs and everything, and that was in August.
But we were driving down the interstate one day, and the weather stripping came
around the windshield. The weather stripping around the windshield on the passenger side just flew out.
So we had
to replace that.
And believe that was not the easiest thing in the world, because we went to AutoZone in another store and they didn't know
I had no idea what I was talking about. All the people at AutoZone had no idea what I was talking about. They said, if we got it, it's gonna be over there. I said, okay. And I went over there and they didn't have it. Anyway, we found it at Advanced Auto Parts. So.
Yes. So anyway, the point is we had to buy the weather stripping, the visor. We also went ahead and bought a new steering wheel cover because our steering wheel was falling apart.
Yeah,
so we had little things that were just a little annoyances that it is what it is. They weren't. If the visor wouldn't have kept falling down, it would have been fine broken, but it kept falling. So anyway, that's that. And then
we did add $100 to our emergency fund.
Right. Okay. Now we usually talk about our YouTube. And we will say how many subscribers we added during the month. But as always, we want you to know that we only mention it so that we can say thank you for actually subscribing.
Yep.
Because it doesn't really matter how slow or fast we're growing. We're just thankful for those who choose to subscribe.
Yep.
We added 27 this month. And to the long run account that you're looking at, and we didn't add any to the adventures account.
Because I haven't posted any videos, so that's why.
But I haven't done any shorts videos on there either, so neither one of us done anything.
But if you're not subscribed over there, go over there and subscribe, because Adventures on the Long Run. It's about all the things we do in the theme parks and stuff around Orlando.
Or trips,
or trips or anything that's not, frugal budget related.
Yeah, like when we go to Chicago, we're going to do some tourist attractions after the marathon. Hopefully we'll get some videos up from Chicago. So it isn't necessarily just theme parks, but occasionally it'll be trips.
If you like theme parks, go over there.
Okay.
Check me out in the theme park.
Okay, so we always tell you the videos that we have coming up. As always, on Mondays, you will see grocery haul videos unless something comes up that makes us not do that. Otherwise, you will see a grocery haul video on Monday with the meal plan. On Wednesday, you'll see a recipe of the week video. Occasionally, we might throw in a what's for dinner or what I eat in a day, but for the most part, it's recipes. But on Fridays, we kind of switch things up. And so I don't know why my voice went high like that, but here we are. We're going to give you our upcoming Friday videos because they switch up a little bit. And so hopefully if I can get it all done in time, the next Friday after this one, you will see a Chicago Marathon summary video where we kind of show you all the beginning and ending and anything in between that Joel like records of the marathon. Not the tourist attraction stuff, because that'll be on adventures, but the other stuff like the getting there, maybe what we eat, and you know, the expo and stuff during the race and that kind of stuff. That's what you'll see on that summary video, I'm assuming. I also am going to just note on October 18th, we're doing a collab with Dawn from Sensible Living with Money Mom. That's going to be mistakes made at the grocery store, or common mistakes made at the grocery store, something like that. So be sure to watch that. That will not be on a Friday. That will be on October 18th. All right, on the 21st, we're going to hopefully have our kitchen declutter video up. We put it off again. But it was because of the hurricane.
Yep.
But anyway, the 28th, holiday budget busters.
Yep.
You want to do the last month that we have? We do 2 months when we do this.
Yeah, in November the 4th, we'll do an extreme hair and skin routine, and that's not going to be me. I know y'all are probably looking forward to that for me, but I'm not going to do that. That's going to be her.
This was also requested by Dawn from Sensible Living with Money Mom.
Unless y'all want to see what my skin and hair routine is, I can tell you it's saving every day.
If I stand in the light real well, y'all know that I really do have gray hair. I don't know.
And then on the 11th, goal video, which will be a monthly goal video from October. Then 11/18, I'm gonna do a fitness video updating you on my fitness and training for the Dopey Challenge that's coming up in January. And then maybe lay out some stuff for Boston as well, because that'll be coming up pretty soon as well. And then 11/25 is going to be 12 Days of Christmas Treats Haul, because we're looking to do a 12 Days of Christmas Treats video. Now, if you remember last year and the year before, we did 12 days of videos. We're not going to do that this year. We're going to do one video with all of the Christmas treats in there for you to peruse.
We'll have one video, will be the day after Thanksgiving, that has the haul, and then the next Friday will be the actual 12 days of Christmas treats. We're going to be doing it's 12, like we're taking the cumulative ones that we've done and showing the top 12 favorites.
Yep.
So we're going to be kind of showing you ones that we've done before, but in a different format, and then you can go to the original video if you like one of the ones that you see.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, and so drop us a comment below if there's a video you'd like to see us do on our Frugal Fit Friday videos. We'd love to, we're always looking for suggestions on things you'd like to see us do, things you'd like to see. So drop us those comments below. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell for updates. We upload new videos on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes on the weekends, sometimes in between. You kind of never know when we're going to drop one in there. But with that said, that's going to do it today for The Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
Don't forget it's the long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.